first. All
You
right,
know,
so now we
Shekels is
recording.
what?
Then I'm gonna start streaming. Nigga finna crash out on me. See, he about to draw already. Look, about to wild out already, bro.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you eating? This is how you know a nigga wealthy, bro. Eating straight from the bag, bro. You,
Bro, stop, bro.
bro got him a check and said, bro, the bag, bro. Get to the bag of chips.
Yo, shut up, bro. Shut up. All
That's
right,
crazy, bro.
all right. So let me get my note out so I can see what we got going on. Okay, so
We, we
all right.
recording?
Yeah, I'm recording. I'm about to let me throw the
Is it
link up
ready?
on Instagram and stuff. Yeah, we pretty much ready, bro. Uh let me just get situated on Instagram. I wanna like I'm gonna do better with like posting the link and stuff. Oh, my Twitch on my phone. Oh, okay, it loaded. I'm like, oh, I thought my joint was broke. My joint look
It's gonna,
crazy on my
bro.
phone.
We're viral. We're already viral. I feel viral. This is this is gonna be so fun and unhinged.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, of course, this is to you know what I'm saying, be educational, but at the same time,
Yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
At the same time, it's finna be, you know what I'm saying? It's finna be what it is. So let me
All right,
let me get this up, bro. If my Instagram camera work, bro, my phone been acting crazy. My back camera has not been working whatsoever. So like my joint been. My phone says I have foreign parts in it.
nah,
Whatever
bro.
that whatever that means. So yeah,
Throw the
my
whole
back
phone
camera
away.
yeah, my back camera hasn't necessarily been working. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just take
You
a
got four
screenshot of
parts
us.
and the back camera. Oh,
Damn,
goodness.
man. My phone oldie locks, bro.
All right, Jeff. I need you to listen to me. I'm gonna curate it. I'm gonna curate us.
What does
That
that
means
even
I'm a
mean?
guy. I'm gonna make sure we walk through this process and we get from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
Because I know that you like to give crazy tangents, and we'll be in a it's like
No,
a
bro,
stream of
no,
consciousness.
this is different, bro.
You'll
I'm sticking straight to the point because we got limited
you'll
time. Like we 2 minutes in already, and I'm already thinking about like the cutoff for this. So we get to the topic, we get to talking about it. Like when I think about it in my head, 30 minutes, 7.5 minutes
what
per
kind of headphone?
topic.
But no, don't even. We can't even do that. We just gonna make sure that it's because these podcasts they be like an hour and some change.
Very true. It do be like an hour and some change.
Like people are sitting here listening to us. Well, they're not sitting here listening to us, but people be sitting there listening to people talk. And I'm like, you got too much time on your hands, or you must be doing something else, like
Yeah.
grooming your dog or digging up your nose. Are you,
First,
what kind of headphones is those?
these are called Jeff. We gotta go back to the Lyco days, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I feel heavily obliged that you said that in the chat, bro. But I gotta know who Perfect Eagle 56 is. You gotta let me know who you are, bro. Cause that I would never know who you. Oh, it's Sap. Oh yeah. What's up, bro? I gotta salute you. Yeah, that's my guy. What's up, bro?
Look,
I ain't gonna lie.
Salu.
Yeah, that's the homie. That's the homie. No, that's the bro for real. Shout out Lyco, bro. I know that joint was ass, but it definitely brought some real folks together for sure. All right, I'm almost done,
Post the
Marcus.
joint so I could repost it on
I'm about to say
my joint.
I just did it. I just did it. This is about to be
My,
hilarious, bro. This is about to be hilarious. I ain't gonna cap. School was ass. Everything else was lit. Yeah, facts, bro. We made everything as lit as we possibly could, bro. That's all we could do. You feel me? That's all we could do. All right.
outside, but we're inside.
All right. So yeah, Mark, I'm gonna let you be the curator. I'm gonna just have my phone out so I can make sure I see all the topics.
All right, guys, what's going on? This is your boy, Muscle Man Marcus. Uh, this is our first podcast episode, the Blowboyz Podcast, and partially the reason why we started this podcast. Uh, this was Jeff's idea, by the way.
It's space
I
for the
just,
real
I'm saying,
niggas. It's like no. Go
I'm
ahead. Go ahead.
no facts, but I'm saying this because Jeff is afraid of me we're switching up on the gang and we go rich and we make a whole lot of money. I just want to put it out there that this was his idea, and I'm just here for the ride.
I
But
appreciate it, bro.
we're your hosts. It's Jeff and Marcus. Uh, Marcus is myself. I've been powerlifting for a long time. Jeff has been powerlifting
For
for a good
about half
amount
the
of time as
time.
well. Half the time. So we got like 12, 13, 14, 15 years.
Yeah,
And
it's a. I've
how many
been
years for you?
so for me, May will make what's up, King Taylor? What's going on, bro? May will make 5 years. So May 1st will make
Oh,
5 years. Like exactly actually.
all right, so we got 5 years of experience. And we got my 12, and we just go. We got two different spectrums, two different perspectives, two different
Nigga, you
outlooks.
at 12? I thought you was at like 9, 10. My fault, bro. My fault, big bro.
This is like nah. Don't even do
Fault,
that.
big. Nah.
But since
You deserve that,
since
bro.
like
If we being real, like,
appreciate it, Quantanara.
you feel me?
Since like 2015, 2016,
Yeah.
we've been out here. I've been out here. But no, we wanted to create a space because there in powerlifting, it seems as though there is one type of people, and we not those people. I ain't gonna describe those people.
Yeah.
I just want you to look out into the powerlifting universe, and I want you to see those people. I want you to listen to us, and I want you to make the decision for yourself.
Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like you said, goal here is to open forum, like different topics of powerlifting, and for real, like we both men of God, shout out to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It's more or less about, I guess you could say, just being honest. But as we get into this, it'll be very clear that we both understand like a lot of people are not training how we expect them to actually get stronger. Like I feel like social media has such a big piece of all this. But not to go
It'll
on a
throw
super
the
long
flow up.
tangent. It's just one of the things that like it's like one of the overwhelming thoughts that we have all the time when we talk
That's why
about
we here.
training. Yeah, basically that's why we're here. That's why the Blowboyz exist for real, for real. There's a lot of things that go into this. Like we have plenty of conversation where we just sit down, talk about plenty of good stuff, and we felt as though it would be like fruitful for others who may be interested or who may need guidance or may need a way to look at things and essentially
Wait, hold on,
have
Jeff.
growth
How
aspect.
how did the blow? Where did that name come from?
Oh, one
Like, we
day
gotta like.
I think how did that start? I think
I
one
don't.
day I think one day I was getting ready to go to the gym and like hit a heavy
I think one
session.
day Jeff was crashing out.
Particularly I was crashing out to put it simply. And you said it's Golden God, by the way. I was about to say I didn't recognize the name, but I'm pretty sure I was going to figure out who it was. But I was essentially just crashing out one day before the gym, and I was like, bro, I said something like "bring the blow," and I don't
We
know
gonna,
where that came from either.
we gonna blow these niggas away.
Oh yeah, I was crashing. Yeah. Okay, that was actually where it came from. I was like, yeah, I'm finna blow these niggas out the gym. Like I was losing it a little bit, and yeah, I started saying bring the blow, and then niggas was like, yeah, might as well just say we the blow boys, and that's how that shit got started. Funny enough, so.
Y'all can't flex. Like, that's not cool. Like, that's undeniably cool, and it's cooler than anything that I've heard in powerlifting for a very long time. That's cool.
I was about to say the
Smart.
only other thing that we talked about recently that I heard that was cool. He said, "I don't know, bruh, sound kind of illegal." Yeah, I felt that too.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
be
felt that
it's gonna
too,
be
Gold.
illegal the way we.
I felt that too, Gold. I ain't gonna cap. I felt that too. When I first said it, I'm like, damn. I don't know if that's gonna stick how I need it to. That might get us locked. You feel me?
Listen, I don't care
Criminals.
how it stick. They not gonna forget it.
Facts. Um, but no, honestly, let's get into our first topic because I feel like we do got a lot to talk about. But I know like we gonna have plenty of episodes because we gonna be on here. I know we gonna be goofing off, but also too it's gonna be serious shit. So I guess I'll curate for the beginning, bro. First topic is just attitude during training, and I have a perspective, Mark. I want you to go first because I have a particular perspective that I'm gaining insight on. But yeah, I want you to just give me what you think
Oh,
about that overall topic when you think of just attitude and training and how things should be looked at.
first of all, I don't tell all my athletes if you are an athlete, you understand off rip. You're either preparing to lose or you're preparing to win. It's not really an in between. There is a protagonist and then there's an adversary. There's a loser, there's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to go. And so when you're going to train, when you're going to practice, and that's why I really wish that more people play team sports
Yeah.
because they just need to understand what it's like to work in a cohesive unit and what it's like to have to rely on somebody else. Like you can't do it all by yourself.
Yeah.
Um, but the when it's time to prepare and it's time to get ready, I feel like people kind of just are so lackadaisical because powerlifting has turned into this thing where, and it kind of just recently happened where people don't even feel the need to prepare for competition. It's just like, let me prepare for the gram. Like it's niggas going to work and then getting off work and being like, yo, I'm finna spaz on the gram, bro. Like, finna,
Nah, for real. Nah,
like
nah, yeah, for
I'm
real.
finna spaz on the
For real.
gram. And it's like, bro, you can't do that. Like that's not conducive to real progress because that's why we got so many crash outs now. There's people who we know as with LSA, they're not putting it on wax. Like it's not real. It's just Instagram glory. And I feel like that's a huge reason why powerlifting is not where it should be. And somebody will argue with, well, we got this person, we got a Joe Bernstein, we got Will Ball. Those people came to compete.
Yeah.
And
Facts.
you're talking about top 1%. I'm talking
Yeah.
about everybody who spends 3 to 5 years of their powerlifting career in that intermediate stage and never break out of it. I'm
Yeah.
talking about people who are like 35 points away from a 500 dots and they just stay there and they never get there. And it's not a skill issue. It's an attitude issue.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
they,
you
they
you hit
become
you hit it's like you like got like a the way you talking about the topic is like a perfect segue for what I'm going to say next. So, kudos to you cuz I
not
didn't even know you was
not
going to
say
come
it.
from that angle. So like
Not say it.
of course like we talk about, you know what I'm saying, having a job, like we both coaches and we both look for employment, we both have jobs, all that type of stuff, right? And I think about like, the attitude that I have when I get out of my 9 to 5 or my 10 to 6 or whatever it is, and I'm getting prepared and getting ready to go to the gym. I think as of recently, it's become easier to look at training and say, okay, I just need to go in here and make smart decisions. But also, too, I recognize still that my training has to be hard somehow, some way. And based off like my leverages or based off like, my variables, I'm making my training around that. So, like, one of the biggest things I like to attribute a good amount of success to is just learning my anatomy and understanding that there are certain things that I have to build away from the barbell and certain things that I can build with the barbell. And it kind of justifies certain decisions that I make in my training. And I'm always looking to be somewhat logical so I can survive and make progress, if you will. But at the same time, I also recognize the attitude that goes into that is extremely intentional. And this is another topic we have towards the end of the podcast too. But it's just like when I'm going in the gym, like I understand like I may have had a long day, but to be completely honest, I be truly excited to go to the gym after like a long day at work.
These
It's
niggas
something
don't be excited.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna speak on it. I'm not gonna say the person that said it because you know how I felt the other day about it. But I went to the gym, you know what I'm saying, and I'm in a locker room, excuse me, and I'm just changing my clothes. I'm getting ready for my session. I see somebody I ain't seen in a long time, and I ask him how he's doing. He's like, work, school, kind of cooking me and shit, and now I have to train. And like for real, it took everything in me. I wanted to be like, bro, you don't have to do shit. Like you can go home. Like you can pack your bag and dip. Like you don't have to be here. And it got me good because as I was sitting there, I started to recognize like, yo, I get to be here. Like this is a privilege to be able to move my body, to be able to get up and run around and make plays in training and make smart decisions and just grow and look to build. Like it's a privilege to be here, and I think that right there it's kind of changed my like barometer for the gym, if you will, again, because I never really looked at myself and thought I was somebody that took training for granted, but I recognize now that having that extra aspect in my life on top of being a coach and then going to work and then getting to the gym and having to actually use the time effectively, like, no, I don't want to talk. No, I don't want to ask you about what you got going on this weekend. I'm trying to bang and I'm trying to go
He don't want
home.
to talk. He don't want to text.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to lift weights. I know what I need to do to get stronger. I know part of my training session is gonna be hard. But you always playing.
I'm sorry, bro. I had to get it out, bro. Shout out Chief Keef, bro.
Like,
Glory
and I,
boys.
I think about that a lot now because it's like, yeah, we tired. And I'm empathetic to myself at the same time because I'm like, yes, okay, we have long days. Like it could be tiresome, you feel me? It could be stressful. But at the end of the day, I have joy, and I always think to myself like, okay, all these things exist. Being tired, you know what I'm saying, long stressful days exist. But are you still going to do what you need to do? Are you still going to train in a way that's going to allow you growth when you need the growth to happen? So, like I said, it was a perfect segue for me because I feel like a lot of the time life could take away from that original energy. Like I know there's plenty of people who they be ready for that Saturday SBD when they don't got no work. And then that secondary session on Tuesday though, they be in there lollygagging and bullshitting because they feel like they tired or they feel like this session don't mean that much. You feel me? So
Something I think people need to remember. If you having trouble with your attitude, something you got to remember is what did it feel like when you first started powerlifting?
yo,
Like when you
seriously,
it not even like you don't got no information, you don't know what's going on, or even you just started going to the gym and you did that first pull up or you did that first 135 bench press. Remember what that feel like, and then search for that feeling. Not even search for it, but just remember it because sometimes you ain't gonna feel like nothing and this discipline is gonna have to take over. But the more you work on that repetitive motion, okay, the more you work on that joint and just bring that to the forefront, it's gonna get easier and easier to go to the gym and try to. We gotta hold on. Let's go back because if you watch Demon Slayer, it's one of the last episodes of the last seasons, and your boy was trying to move the rock. Uh, Guillaume was like essentially telling him that he had to use his emotions. If you're gonna use your emotions in powerlifting, use them productively.
hmm
Don't use them in a way that's going to make you like go backwards.
yeah,
Use those emotions to elicit a response that's going to be good for you, that's going to be productive, that's going to help you make progress, not something that's going to make you crash out and do stupid things.
yeah. No, I think that's probably the biggest thing I could say for what I see on Instagram a lot of the time. Like when we talk about having good training for I guess you could say 4 to 6 blocks. You said crash out how I got a call, so I think I missed some things. So essentially, bro, let's just say me and you go to the gym, right? And how do you crash out weightlifting? Great question, actually. It's a very good question. So let's just say like me and Mark go to the gym, right? Let's just say like we both have 4 week programs that essentially build like a pyramid to week 4, and then we basically start that pyramid over again and we go into the next one. Let's just say like week 2 or week 3, Mark feels extraordinary. Like let's say he walks in, or let's just say no, let's make it more realistic. Let's just say me and Mark walk
I'm
into the gym
pissed.
on like week 3 and he's pissed. He has a really terrible day. That's exactly what I was going for. Let's just say we walk in and he's sick about something. Somebody crashed into his whip or something. You saying step on his new sneaks, whatever make Mark mad. You feel me? With that being said, we go to the gym. We supposed to be deadlifting. There's a specific number he's supposed to hit for that day. Instead of hitting that number, he like, bro, you know what? I'm stressed out. I don't give a damn. I'm finna load whatever I want. Now, mind you, in that moment, two things could happen. He could either hit it or he could miss it. And then there's plenty of other complications around that. He could miss it and tweak something. He can hit it and then incur what we know as generational fatigue and then not have a good block of training after that for a little while, depending upon how heavy he went or how much he lifted that day or whatever the circumstances may be. But the goal is to not have your circumstances breach what you're training for. And that happens a lot of the time when people are stressed out in life. They going through situations, you feel me? And then also too, I feel like another way to crash out in training is to essentially I feel like avoiding what you know will cause you growth or avoiding what's uncomfortable is crashing out in a sense. Because if
Yeah,
you
let's
love
let's let's
training,
let's call it that. Let's call it that because it's just gonna make it easier to
yeah, like you know what I'm
just
saying? It makes it
compile
easier to
everything.
exactly. Like it's just crashing out could be a lot of the negative things that go against progress in the gym.
Oh,
So that's a good way to
you
put it.
skipping your accessories? Oh, you crashing, bro.
Yeah, you crash it. Exactly. Like, you be like, bro, how many sessions that you did? I only did one, bro. I
Oh,
was tired. Oh, you crashing,
you
bro.
crashing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You feel me?
you're a
Like
crash out.
if you because we both look at it this way, straining it and overdoing it. Yes, exactly. That's a part of crashing out. Exactly. And like for me and Marcus, we understand like a lot of people just aren't conditioned enough to be able to train with the weights that they want to or hit the weights that they would like to in the gym. Like I know, and I'm gonna give us some. I'm gonna like pat us on the back a little bit because that's something I'm not good at. But like when we walk in the gym, like our top sets and stuff, like we got a bag and they got a bag, but we know the difference. Like the numbers that they touching, those we touch y'all lifetime numbers. We touch the numbers y'all want to hit once in y'all lives. Like and we ain't batting an eye, like, cause we understand that it's not necessarily a part of the structure to like shit on niggas. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get better, and we understand we taking percentages. We using RPE, like we trying to get it in that regard. We not trying to shit on nobody for real, but at the same time, people felt shit on. Like it's what comes with the territory. Like, oh, that's your deadlift, we benching that. Oh, that's your pull, I squatted it for a couple reps. Like it's not a thing where we would never go out of our way to say that, but we understand like, well, I know I understand how people feel seeing me do it, and that's the reason why sometimes the conversations get a little nitpicky or people don't want to talk to me at all. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. It comes with the territory. But we look at training
Especially
as
when you
like,
go to a public powerlifting gym.
yeah, especially when you go to a public powerlifting gym. That's a conversation for another pod though, because we could talk about that probably the whole motherfucking pod. But essentially, we in here really trying to make progress happen, and we know where we want that progress to happen. Like we don't want the progress to happen for an Instagram reel. If I hit my heaviest and my best numbers all the time in competition, I wouldn't be mad at it at all. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the way that people prepare for competitions these days, that like 3 weeks before competition be better than the competition. And for real, it comes down to programming. It comes down to attitude. It comes down to a lot of things. But essentially, the attitude of a lifter can put that said lifter in a way better position given they actually have that self control and they understand what they actually here for. Like if you love powerlifting, you understand that powerlifting happens on the platform. Training happens in the gym. And once I started like saying that to myself, I started recognizing that. That's when I really peeped like, no, you got to be willing to make that good decision each time you walk
That's,
in. Like, and
that's
it's
why
it's practice.
people are not if we talking about sport, like you're not gonna call somebody a basketball player if they don't play basketball. And I
Yeah,
don't mean like they compete in it. Like
yeah,
they play it. I mean you could do it recreationally and I will still count that as somebody who plays basketball.
yeah,
You can't powerlifting is so low tier that it's already recreational. So
yeah,
the fact that you can't put your bootstraps on and go to the platform, it's very telling. It's very telling about the type of person you are because it's just like go compete. If you don't compete, you're not a powerlifter. You might like to train like one, but you're not one. And that somebody might say, "Oh, you're an elitist or you're a purist." I am. Yeah. Let's call it that then. That's me, Marcus the purist. But I if when I ran track, like niggas don't just be like if you jog, like you're a jogger. Like you just be jogging. You're
yeah,
not a you're not a track athlete. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No facts. And
But
it's like with with
it's
with
it's
lifting too, bro. It's one of them type of things where it's like you said, powerlifting is already so low tier. And for real, I think like lifting weights is already known around the world as a copacetic. Like when you go through breakups or things go wrong in your life, like immediately niggas tell you to go
you
to
go
the
you
gym.
go to the gym and
Like you
fight
know
your
what I'm saying?
demons.
Niggas literally tell
You
you to go to
think
the gym.
demons you think your demons care about what you do in the gym?
You
You
think
dummy. You think you're oh man, just going to the gym again. Oh man, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yo, you
Marcus
gotta
finna
chill, bro.
Marcus finna max. Marcus finna hit our RPE 7 today. We better hold our brakes.
Yeah, like
What?
yeah, like once
They gonna
once
be there.
and it's like I started saying this out loud, and then once I said it out loud, I heard myself. I'm like, damn. If you really want to get stronger, your coping cannot be a part of your training mechanism, like or your training cannot be your coping mechanism, so to say. Like you can't go into the gym and you can't like you said, if you're going to use your feelings, you have to understand how to use them productively. Of course, you go to the gym, you have a hell of a session, you're going to feel beat up, you're going to feel tired afterwards, and you might not be so angry. But at the same time, you can't walk into the gym and make your feelings the priority. Period. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah. Then going to the
saying?
having crappy training blocks is going to be a priority. Going to the doctor is going to be a priority. Not powerlifting anymore going to be a priority. All these things that you didn't think was going to be a priority, like they're going to become a priority.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this,
And
and I'm gonna stand on this because it's real, and I'm not saying it because I want to put anybody down, but I'm saying it because I've seen it happen multiple times in the last 5 years. I've given advice to lifters or have seen lifters choose their feelings, and it creates a situation where something happens that they cannot come back from. Injuries, fatigue gets too high, something happens, a nigga back break. Like yeah, like I done seen it all happen. Like I done seen it all happen, bro. Or like I done seen the one that I always see is like overtraining usually happens when under recovery exists, and I've seen people go through bad stints of competitions and then they just like, you know what, I'm done. I'm just ready to quit. And it's like, bro, it's because you're not looking at your variables and you're not being like all the way honest with yourself about what it is you can recover from. It's not about what you can do,
which
what you can recover
which
from.
leads us to our next
Leads us to
topic.
our next topic: volume versus
We
workload.
got we got volume versus workload. What's volume, Jeff? It's
Volume,
tell the people.
yeah. So when you walk into your sessions, volume is simple. It's the terminology used to describe number of reps times number of sets. Simple. It's very very simple. So 5 sets, 10 reps, 50 reps in total. That's the volume of the session, right? This this is probably one of the most important things that has gotten added to my training. Understanding the difference between these two terms, volume and workload. Workload is volume basically multiplied by how much weight you're using for each set. So we have number of reps times the number of sets multiplied by the weight that you're using. So there's different ways to guide intensity in your training, given you use volume and you use workload. It's more or less simple, but it can get very complicated in the realm of periodization. And honestly, I believe the I guess you could say the quality of periodization relies on the fulcrum of volume and workload. Like if you
Hey,
understand
hold up, Jeff. Look at your phone.
what's up, bro? You about to say some bullshit. Oh, my bad, big bro. I ain't gonna put you on the
Yeah,
spot because that would be good
yeah,
to
yeah.
put you on the spot, but I ain't
Don't
gonna
do it.
put you
Don't
on the
do that.
spot, G.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
I
Don't
ain't
do
gonna
that
put
to
you on the
me.
spot. My
Don't do
fault,
that
big
to me.
bro. All right. You go ahead because that was funny. That was funny as shit.
Um.
That was
So
funny.
why is workload and why is volume important? People are measuring their progress or not gauging their progress or not utilizing all the abilities, all the ways to make progress.
Yeah.
Just because you're doing a lot of volume is good.
Right.
A lot of powerlifters, I don't even think are doing enough volume. But the workload, you sometimes you only see like a crazy workload until somebody's peaking.
Thanks.
And you can utilize that same strategy or that same level of it's the poundage. That's wow. You can
Yeah,
use
that
that
was
same level.
wipe my eyeballs for that one.
You
Gonna
could
let it
you could
rock.
use that same. You could get that same pounding from a peaking block, and you can manipulate that in just regular training, making it more intense and leading to more neurological adaptation.
Yeah.
The problem, though, I feel like, is that people just not doing enough volume. Period, so their body can't even handle training that hard. Um, and shout out to my clients because they like Levi, for example. I don't know if you watching this, Levi. Shout out to you. I see him just put on his story. He's like, "Man, I did so much volume today," and he's excited about that. He be turned like, "Yeah, I'm putting in some work." But a lot of times, if I was to show somebody what I was doing, or if Jeff was to show somebody, like Jeff would be like, "Yo, I did." Before I would hear Jeff talk about training, he would be like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about how many sets of back to do this week." And now it's to the point where he's doing his whole week a whole week's worth of back training in one session, and that's just one session.
No, yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
it's it's probably gonna quadruple. Why can he do that? because he's built a body that can handle that type of workload through volume. There's, I hope that makes sense for people.
No, yeah, like
Um,
I think essentially volume can become workload intensive, but you have to build up a certain threshold for that. So
you got to be in shape.
yeah, like, and that's what I'm getting at. So like your volume with your accessories can essentially like boost your workload with your compound lifts. So like you said, I used to train maybe 5 to 6 sets of back in a week. And like you said, now I do about 6 to 8 sets of back in one session. Maybe two different movements, but I'll do that many sets in one session. Mind you, I understand that the goal is to get stronger. How do I get stronger? Well, building more musculature is a very good place to start. More cross sectional musculature on your body is going to potentiate higher outputs, giving you train with good periodization, right? We understand that. Well, me and Mark understand that, but I'm saying that for the viewer as well. Like, so when we talking about sliding to the gym and we talking about training when you're specifically trying to get a heavier workload, very very easy example for us. Me and Mark both have longer arms, right? We go to the gym. We have a bench day. Let's just say we have like a top set double, right? Scratch the top set. Let's look at the back downs. Look at the working sets that we're gonna do. 3 sets, 6 reps, right? 3 sets, 6 reps. You got 6 reps per set, so give or take, we might go anywhere between like 297 to like 342, right? For those back downs, depending upon what the RPE is for a set of 6. If you switch the reps and the sets, you make it a 6x3. I'm almost certain we can both press 350 and above for every set. Why? Because the volume is still there, but the way we set it up, the workload is a lot different. So you're still multiplying 18 reps by 350 or 340 and above. The number for that workload is going to be a lot higher. What we're trying to make sense of it for the viewer is you can only do that if you're a conditioned person. You can't do that close
Yeah,
to
if you're
competition
not
if you're not
conditioned,
conditioned. Like your body won't even
yeah.
allow you to get to that level of fatigue given the movement if you're not conditioned enough. So the goal is you have to increase your workload and you have to increase your volume for your accessories before you can even go to the barbell and try some shit like this.
But y'all keep skipping it.
Yeah, like
So
you can't go in the
stop
gym
doing that.
like I mean, and we
Cut it
see it
out.
all the time. We see people hit their top sets, they walk around the gym,
Cut
talk
it
for
out.
about 15, 25 minutes, and then they go do their back downs and they wonder why they back downs trash. They body code. They done forgot how to squat in a matter of 25 minutes because they've been yapping about the top set. You feel me? It happens. And we see it all the time. And it's like, these days, I'm not going to lie, these days a nigga like me, I'm not telling you about yourself. I'm finna just pray for you. That's my love to you. I'm finna just pray. So literally, I'll see you walking around yapping. Father God, in the name of Jesus, just allow this person to maintain a focus and allow that spirit of procrastination to deviate from their body. Amen. And I'll go right back to training. I've done it too. I can't even sit here and lie. Y'all see how I flow off the tongue? Like I be there with it. I put my head straight down, get to praying for people. Like no bullshit. I ain't in there playing at all. But I recognize like we go to the gym and we're trying to make the most of our time. And I'm not gonna lie, doing 5 to 6 sets of accessories, if you taking mad time
You're
to
not
do
you're
different
to
things in
get back
between,
into the next. Yeah,
yeah,
you're not in shape.
you're not in shape and you're gonna be in the gym for dumb long, given you trying to do
Hold
that
up.
many sets.
For sport, GPP is their weight room training.
Yes.
For powerlifting, GPP is bodybuilding. You need to build your body. If your body is not fortified, if your body is not strong enough to handle the loads, you're gonna. There's already not an off season. Yeah, like there's people who compete like there's like their last breath is gonna be taken tomorrow. You need to be doing accessories like you're trying to grow yourself. Every other sport understands this, and they don't even do that. Why powerlifting is behind, I have no clue, but I do have a clue. It's because people don't play sports. Most people that play powerlifting.
Play
Most people
powerlifting.
that do power, most people that powerlift, they don't come from a sport, so like they just hop right under a bar. I remember on Threads I said if I was taking somebody new to powerlifting, we wouldn't be doing a barbell. I'll see what they push-ups is like. I see what they pull-ups is like. I see what they goblet squat is like.
Yeah.
Can you manage your body weight well? Can you be in space and not look like a chicken? Because some people be putting the weight on their bar, they be looking like chickens, giraffes, seals, all types of land animals and creatures. And I'm kind of just like, you look hurt, and if you're not, you're gonna get hurt.
Mhm.
Your knees buckling, your feet tired, you stink. Like we can't be doing that. So if you're trying to be able to be able to handle these relative intensities, these harder intensities, you have to train your body like a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Now, I think people look at bodybuilders and they forget like a lot of them are crazy strong. Another thing that's super important is that bodybuilders work out fast. They be in and
As
out. Their
shit.
their work their sessions are not long. Like they'll do a set, they'll rest like 30 seconds and they'll do another set.
Mhm.
And it's just, especially if they have a training partner, it's just back and forth, back and forth. It's not a whole lot of jibber jabbering. Mind you, people get under the bar, they do a set, and you should wait. Depending on how conditioned you are, you should wait 5 to 7 minutes ATP to restore and get your body well rested and get ready to do it again.
Mhm.
But them 7 minutes be turning into like 20, 30, and before you know it, a workout that should be done in 2 hours takes 4 hours. If I train, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I've trained for 4 hours, but I've trained for 4 hours. You you see, you feel me? I've
and
trained
I
for 4 hours.
and I can vouch.
It
Nigga
wasn't,
call me like, bro, I've been in here for 4 hours. Nigga be like, I'm doing shoulder press, but I'm not getting tired. So I'm finna just keep going. Then he'd be on some bullshit. Yeah, just like that.
but I can only do that. And I ran track. I ran track most of my life, so I ran a lot of 400s. I was telling Jeff, I've ran more 400s than I've benched 405.
Yeah.
So, but training for the 400 is absolutely gruesome. So I have a wind that allows me to do that. Getting in shape is not difficult for me. People don't understand that if they simply just got in shape, they would be so much more stronger than if they were just only powerlifting.
Now, I'm gonna save that particular topic for another podcast as
Another time.
well, since we need
Yeah,
to
we're
we
gonna
need to
do.
write that down. Being in shape versus being an athlete, because I feel like the term being in shape is used very loosely in the world, but I think in particular I'm gonna use like what I hear outside is the overall definition in the future, and then we're going to talk about what it means to be an athlete. So we're definitely going to use that. I want to get to the next topic though, because I understand. You know what I'm saying? We got yeah,
Yeah.
mandatories and
Yeah.
facilities. Yeah, I want you to.
Facilities. You don't want me to get clapped.
Okay, not at all, bro. I need you alive. I need you here, bro. All right,
I got
so
got some flopping to do.
next topic. I think the next topic is what we saw on IG this week. So I want to
Hold on.
talk about.
Hold on. Let me start that right quick. It's a
Okay.
girl.
'Cause I
It's a
got I
girl.
got a topic I want to talk about too. Cause this is
It's a girl. It's two girls. The first girl used to be a powerlifter. She went to a school. They did not pay for her I think it was collegiate nationals experience, or they said they was gonna fund things and they didn't. So she quit
oh
powerlifting and she started doing Olympic lifting, and she just cleaned uh 320.
damn.
She is, yeah, she is 320, and she's still in college. She
Can
goes to
you?
LU. What's LU?
I don't know. Can you send it on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to
University of
you. Her name is
Louisiana. I don't know. That's LSU, right?
her
I'm bugging. My
name
bad, bro.
her name is Chelsea.
Shout out Chelsea, man. 320 on the
She
clean is no
no,
joke.
clean and jerk.
Oh yeah, my fault, Chelsea. You got it. You got it, big dog. I don't want no smoke with you. You got it, big dog.
You see, hold on, look at it. I just sent it to you.
I'm about to say yeah. I'm still waiting on. I'm on Instagram. I ain't getting none yet. Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This a crazy 320, big dog. This a crazy 320.
That's
Yeah.
nuts. So I just had to
Even she was
I had
shocked.
to
Even she lost it.
yeah,
Yeah.
she seemed like she didn't even realize what she even did.
Yeah,
And
like
then The second one is Def got a homegirl, Abby. He showed me a
Oh
video of
yeah, shout
her.
out Abby. Yeah, yeah. Shout out Abby, man.
She beltless. What was it? Beltless. Was it front squat or was it high bar?
It was
Or
she high bars everything. So I think she did 350 or something.
reach
I'm
a
about to go
three.
look. Matter of fact, hold on. I think it was like 350, and it was like for like a set of 6 or 7 beltless high bar. But it just goes to show, like, and mind you, I know Abby. She trains hard. Like, we've been in the gym for some long ass sessions together, and she trains. Like, right now, I won't give up her training schematic. I know her coach cooking right now. I don't even know Cuz name. I just know the shit he be having her do. She be like, Jeff, I got this, and this. And sometimes it be broken down into like 2 or 3 different workouts, like 2 or 3 different training sessions in the same day. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. And then the part that amazes me is the work capacity, because she'll do a bunch of sets, or most of the Olympic lifters I know will train like this. Most of the very good ones, they'll do a bunch of sets, like sets of 6, sets of 5, sets of 6, sets of 7, and then they'll turn around and hit their heaviest shit at the end. Like, what we doing? Like, most coaches would tell you, like, yeah, you want to hit your best thing in the beginning. No, most of the guys that I know that have Olympic lifted, they train the same exact way. They do all of their working sets before, and then they're like, damn, I feel great today. Maybe I could hit this. And Olympic lifters will tell you, most of the time their training is in failure. Like, anything with the barbell in terms of Olympic lifting is in failure. Like, they fail a lot. That's the nature of it. So when they do hit stuff, it's like, well done, like, job well fucking done. So shout out to the Olympic lifters, man, because 320 on that is crazy. That shit. I don't know, bro. My best hang clean in college was 335, and that was me playing football, training that shit every week. So 320, and I feel like I put 320 up here, bro. I might fold up. I might turn
I
from,
didn't learn how to. I didn't learn how to clean until like my junior year of college,
bro.
and
That
then I
shit
took
not
a US.
easy, bro. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. That shit not easy.
Then I took a USAW course, and they had us doing cleans all week. And that same week, bro, I would go and deadlift like 605, and then after the session, I would be doing like 605 for reps, and then after the session, I'd be like, let me hit some cleans.
This
Wrist
nigga
be
crazy. Yeah, nigga
wrist be
wrist be
freaking
broke.
destroyed.
I say nigga wrist
Fingers,
cooked. What wrist?
hook,
Nigga got forearm and
thumbs,
hand.
bro. That joint used to cook me. But we gonna move into our last topic, which
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah. Let's move into the last one.
intentional intentional training. Um, it kind of deals with attitude, but it's more so like, why are you here?
Mhm.
Why are you here?
Thanks. I think it's a constant. I think constantly asking yourself that question when you go to train could essentially steer you right. Like, I have an athlete, and I'll say his name. His name is Colin, and me and Colin go way back. He's been training for a long time. He's gotten very strong. Proud of you, bro. And we have the conversation. Some days, Colin's very, very passionate about powerlifting. And sometimes he just walks in the gym and he's like, bro, like, I love this shit. And I want to come in here and I want to bang every session. I want to bang every day. And I'm like, I applaud that energy, because a lot of people go to the gym and they be ready to train. And it's like, sort of, kind of, they don't give a fuck after the top set. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just, oh my God, I got this big top set, RPE 8 to 9. And then they hit it. And then the rest of the session is like, I'm finna be on my phone. I'm gonna watch TikTok. I'm finna send the top set around. I'm getting ready to post it on Instagram. Like, whatever. I think the way that Colin goes about it is so important, is because the same energy that he has when he sends his top set, it's like he may not exclaim the same way he does for the top set, but you can see that everything he does after the top set is extremely intentional. Like, it's like he wants to be here. He understands that in order to get stronger, you have to train like every rep is going to be your best rep or
Do
your
something.
last
Yeah,
rep. Like,
it's
you
gonna
gotta,
do
like,
something.
yeah, like, you have to train it as if the last rep of your session might be the reason you hit that third attempt, and you stick with it, and you, like, even you grind
I
through
promise.
whatever sticking
I
point. Like,
promise.
yeah, bro.
If you go into sessions and you think like that, like this, today this accessory or these reps is going to get me closer. If you go into that every session, I promise you, you will get so much better. And it's so simple. Everybody can do it.
For real,
A
for real.
caveman can do it. If you go into that session and you just be like, this is going to get me closer, and you preface walking through the doors. Like the other day, I didn't feel like going to the gym. It was a long day. Put my timer on 4 minutes. After 4 minutes was up, I went into the gym. I banged out. I
That's
let
yo.
I
That's
let myself
that's really
I let
how it
myself
gotta
yeah.
be. Like, and for me, I have a similar take. If I have a really rough day, you already know what I'm doing, bro. I'm sitting in the car. I'm about to float for a little while. Shout out July. You know I'm finna float. I get that song in. I get that groove. I get that mood, and then I go into the gym, and it's like I train. Mind you, I do use anger and I do use emotion to train a lot, especially like when you just tired. Like anger is a
Yeah.
very good emotion when you're tired because it can make you intentional. And I just know when to access it these days. Like there was a time where I would train, bro, and I'd be like fucking blind rage. And then even after I got done training, I'd still be pissed. Like I'm like, bro, I'm just like when the next session, nigga, like I'd be ready to go back to the gym right then and there. But nowadays it's like I understand more or less like there's a time and a place. And for real, I recognize like me being angry is not more important than me doing well on the platform. You know what I'm saying? Like with
Yeah.
whatever I have going on. So even like when I get to competition days like that ferociousness or like that anger kind of dies down, or maybe it doesn't die down. It kind of just transitions into something else. Like I know the last competition I competed in, most of that competition, I didn't even have headphones in. For the most part of it, I was coaching. I mean, I had other athletes competing alongside me as well, so I had to be attentive to an extent. But at the same time, I didn't really need music. Like I had my headphones in every now and then, but like I had them Jones sitting somewhere. Like I was afraid I was gonna lose them. So it comes with the territory, and I think it's a matter of like going to the gym and just like David did in the Bible, like he chose to be courageous and trust in God when things got bad over and over and over again. It's the same way when you go to the gym or anything else. You go to the gym, you have the decision to make a smart decision every time you go in. Like when you're
You
stressed
got a
out,
decision to make a decision.
yeah, like every time you step in the gym and you have a stressful day, you have a decision to make. It's practice. It's constant training right then and there. So every time I walk into the gym, I got comfortable with like sometimes for lowballing myself. Like I'll go to sessions and I'll have a number that like I believe I can hit in my head, and for I'll just take 10 keys off of it or take 15 keys off of that and hit that and move it intentionally, and then whatever I don't use on the top set, I put it back into everything else. Like I put it back into the accessories. Most importantly, I'll be putting it back into the recovery. That decision right there puts it
Y'all better
right back into the
y'all better
recovery.
listen.
You feel me?
Y'all better
So
listen to that.
that be me, cause I ain't gonna lie. Like when I first started powerlifting, yeah, when niggas was in the gym crashing, like mind you, my crash percentage is high. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm like 80. I'm shooting like 85, 90%. No bullshit, but I ain't trying to listen. I can say in my life I failed only a handful of lifts, and that's by God's good grace. Like I finished some lifts. I can show y'all some training where like I finished some heavy lifts, and looking back now, I know damn well I shouldn't have been lifting that. Like I know damn well
Yeah.
I should not have put that on the bar. I should not have done any of that. But I know better now. Like you feel me? And plus, we got more responsibilities, so the externals be there. So I gotta play smart. You feel me?
Yeah. Um. Any closing thoughts?
Nah. The only other thing I'll leave the topic that I wanted to talk about that I saw on Instagram for the next pod that we do. Essentially, I want to talk about are they from England? Is that who they represent? Nojo
Yeah,
and
we for sure
yeah,
gonna have to talk about that
you
next
know
time.
that's what I'm saying because I'm glad that I didn't bring it up because I was like I'm gonna bring this up and then we gonna be like ooh no that's something we really need to talk about because for real personally I think them boys just don't care. I think they strong. They want to
We
compete wherever,
we
but
gon'
we gonna
we
leave that
gonna
one.
go into depth. We
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah,
into depth because
yeah.
that has a lot to do with powerlifting culture.
A lot to
That's
unpack for
that's
sure. A lot to unpack.
that's as for me. When y'all listen to this podcast, I want y'all to understand that you listening to people that have gone through it, going through it, and is learning it.
Yeah,
It's
facts.
it's not it's not it's no frills. It's like shout out to Josh Bryant because
Gas station ready.
gas station ready.
Gas
That's
station
like
ready.
and that's low key the mindset that we kind of adapting. Um because it's just about what are we here for? What are we prepared to do? And we want to teach people the right way to go about this. We don't want people to just be deriding and looking at people on a pedestal. It's like, no, if you adopt good habits, you can be there too. You don't have to just be a spectator.
Yeah.
You can make progress. You can win. You can be a state champion. You can be a regional champion. You can be a national champion. You can be a world champion.
Yep.
If you don't shift your if you can shift your attitude and change your mindset, you can make progress. Progress isn't just for people who are talented, people who play the sport. This is for somebody. This is for people who is trying to get better and people that's trying to blow people out the water.
Yeah. Like, and I think we're gonna talk about this next time because I don't want to open up another can of worms. But it's competition. Like the
Yeah,
results, if others take the results personal, that is on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't wanna be like zealous, or I don't want to talk about it a certain way, like come off cocky or anything. But we've been playing sports for a very long time. Like, I know I've been playing football. I played football for 20 years, and I'm from Philadelphia. Niggas been talking shit all my life. That's that's like the
it's part of
foundation
it.
for us. You know what I'm saying? It comes with you might meet
Hmm.
athletes who don't have anything to say. They go out there and just get their belt, and then you got other athletes who will, appreciate the psychological warfare that come with sports, getting you out of your circle so then they could basically make it happen for themselves. It's different ways, it's different natures, and that could be another topic for real. Because
Yeah,
training in the gym, it could feel like personable. Like it's like more or less socialization, and then when you start getting stronger, you start to see how people kind of fester that ego and they don't like
we
you
gonna
because it's a
talk.
sport.
We
So
gonna talk about that too.
yeah, we'll talk about all
But
these things, but my boy got some facilities he needs to get to. So we're gonna wrap this one up. We have 52 minutes. This was actually a very good first episode. Um,
not for
I
sure.
don't think it will be too hard to stay under an hour, but we'll definitely have some where we're kind of talking in depth about a lot more. So appreciate y'all if you tapped into the live stream. We're gonna be uploading these to like my YouTube channel, just Jeff Copeland on YouTube. I'll make sure I get all the facilities down packed. Make sure I get back on my horse with that. Make sure the recording is good. Make sure we get this up so anybody who didn't watch it live can basically tap in and basically get something from it. So we'll holler at y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.